If I'm criticising you a lot for things related to working hard, then I guess there's not much to say in this video. You just got to decide what you want. I mean, you don't have to do brilliantly well in any particular exam. You can afford just to get a good grade in maths. You don't have to get an amazing grade. But if you do want to get a good grade, then obviously you're going to have to do a fair bit of practice for it. And you're going to have to buck up and do what it takes and make smart moves. And my argument for why you should do that is nothing to do with getting good grades for the school or for your parents, or it's nothing to do with getting into medicine, because somehow that's so much better than getting into midwifery or whatever. It's just because if you've been doing practice throughout the year, there'll be a click point for you when suddenly everything comes good. And I've seen this hundreds of times. Just recently in one class, more than half the class had grade trajectories of like U, A, B, B, A, or U, E, D, A, E, and then the student thinks I'm terrible at maths. That A was a one-off, and then suddenly everything clicks, and then they get A's or B's consistently. What I'm saying is, there'll be a click point for you, and my main argument for why you should work hard is just to think, wouldn't it be a shame if you gave up the day before your click point? So this girl here, she get 3 U's in a row, she decides that she's rubbish. Well, it's such a shame that she gives up just before everything clicks, and she gets good and stays good. Now, this idea of a click point is just an absolute classic reflection of the way the brain works. You're doing things, you're making mistakes, you're doing your best to learn, it's not quite working, but neural pathways are being formed in your brain, and all you're waiting is for them suddenly to coalesce and firm themselves up, and once they've firmed themselves up, nothing's ever the same again. It's like riding a bicycle. You initially are rubbish at riding a bicycle, and then that moment when you suddenly work out how to ride it, well, it's never the same again. You don't go back to being unable to ride a bicycle. Your brain is now clocked on to how to do it, and it stays clocked on to how to do it. And what I'm saying is that maths is like that, many other subjects are like that, and that the reason why you should work hard is so that you can get to that click point, which will feel amazing.